Good morning, Solid Steppers. This is Miss Ward coming to you. Today, I want to talk about a couple of things, and one of the things I really want to discuss at length is 5 ways you're failing in appliance repair. Now, a lot of people hear people talk about slow season and things of that nature, but I think it's really important that at this juncture in your career and in your business that you focus on making it through all seasons and being consistent. So I want to talk about a couple of things. The first thing I want you to do, number one, is understand I appreciate you watching the video, and I really hope you get something through it. These are things that I go through with my individual clients and customers that I'm servicing and helping in their businesses. But the first thing I need you to do is take a moment and take a look right in this mirror. This mirror, get one and take a look. I don't care if you have to get up and go to the bathroom, look in the mirror, just figure it out. Because the end and the beginning is always about you. Pick that mirror up and take responsibility. Thank you for everybody that's watching, but I'm not going to hold you long. I'm going to go ahead and get into this conversation and just go over this presentation real quick. 5 ways you're failing in the appliance repair industry. Number one, this video is going to help you review and discover some common pitfalls in the appliance repair business and learn how to avoid them. This guide will help you stay focused, innovative, and customer centric, which is the goal. Once again, a lot of our appliance repair businesses are one-man shows. So this is really focused on that particular segment. Now, everybody can get some from this and apply it in their businesses. But I really want to take some time to salute all the one-man shops out there that's making it out of no way, making it out of nothing. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get started on the presentation. Let's go to the next slide. The number one thing that I see that so many of my clients fail at is taking their eyes off the ball. You cannot take your eye off the ball. How does that occur? Examples: missed deadlines, failing to meet customer expectations due to poor time management. So time management is so important. You got to learn how to take your butt to bed on time, number one. Number two, get up at a proper hour so that you can get coordinated for your day and have systems in place. This is time management. Time management is so important. The second thing is neglected finances. A lot of people, when they get into business, they're running and gunning and they're not paying attention to how much money is coming in and how much is going out. So overlooking financial tracking leads to cash flow issues. And implementing systems. From day one, the number one thing that I always preach is systems, 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 using tracking tools to monitor operations and finances closely. The worst thing in the world is your back office is jacked up because you're trying to figure out an appliance. You've gotten overextended with customers. Your parts are going astray. Your diagnosis is wrong and off. This all happens from not having systems in order in your business. So you can never take your eye off the ball at any time. You have to stay on it from day one. Number two, getting comfortable and becoming complacent. Danger of quote unquote, I've made it. This mindset leads to stagnation and missed growth opportunities. I see it all the time. People start making a little bit of money, they get comfortable, and they don't really know. People get mad when I say this, but most people don't know what real money look like. See, real money is when you don't have to work, you don't have to show up. Your money is working harder than you. Until you have that running freely through your life, you need to get on your grind, build up enough cash so you can invest and develop those cash flowing assets. Number two, reduce customer satisfaction. Complacency results in declining service quality and unhappy clients. Let me share something with y'all. You should be checking yourself at all times. You have to have some accountability at every turn, because what did I say in the beginning? Get this mirror. It begins and ends with you. Work hard to take care of your customers Own the fact that you don't know everything and you're not the best at everything, but work on those areas of opportunity. And if you can't get it right, hire someone else to do it. At the end of the day, get to the goal. And the goal is to have satisfied, happy customers with 5-star reviews. And set new goals. The reason you get complacent is because you don't have anything else to strive for. A lot of people fall into that because, bills start getting paid, money start making you look better. All of a sudden, you swagged out and you forgot about the goal, which was to make this money, to invest this money, and the steps you have to take in order to do it. Regularly challenge yourself with fresh objectives to stay motivated. That's why you have to surround yourself with winners. See, winners don't stop, they keep winning. And if they run into an issue, they still find a way to win. That's the circle you need to be around. Keep that in mind. Taking customers for granted. Going back to our customers, this is how we eat now. That could be your warranty customers, that could be your warranty vendors, however you get your money. That could be your COD or it could be a hybrid, it could be both. At the end of the day, a customer is a customer. This is why you have to know your avatar. You have to understand the customers you should be serving and the customers you shouldn't. You need to get those systems in place so you can gather the data and make the right choices. Taking customers for granted, neglect follow-ups. How many people throw an ice maker in and you don't call and check? You just put your fingers out like this and be like, whew, I hope that fixed it. And then you like, if you don't hear from the customer, they're good. One thing I do is that any repair I do, I always follow up with a text message within 24 to 48 hours following up, making sure that everything's working properly. Do you have any other concerns or is anything else, any other questions? And that way you can control the narrative. When you allow too much time between you, the customer, and an issue to happen, you've already lost faith with the customer and it's harder to win that back. And how can you win if you don't stay in control of the ball? You got to always be on top of it. Then you have negative word of mouth. Dissatisfied customers share bad experiences, damaging your reputation. That's something you definitely do not want, particularly, those working in these areas, these exclusive areas. You want to make sure that your word of mouth is on point. You should always, as I stated earlier, create a feedback loop. Implement a system to gather and act on customer feedback. And you got to have an answer for the good responses, the bad, and the lukewarm. At the end of the day, some people just not confrontational. Like I'm the type of customer, I'm really not going to complain. I'm just going to go somewhere else. I mean, it just is what it is. So please don't take your customers for granted. That will definitely cause you to fail. Taking vendors for granted. This is another thing. Now, there are vendors that are in my life that my business is successful because of, number one, my extended credit lines and the fact that I pay my bills like I should, which is so important. Um, you got to stay on top of that. Strong vendor relationships ensure consistent supply and support. The worst situation you want to be in is be at the end of the month, or middle of the month, or you got a big job and you don't have enough credit to get it. You're not keeping your returns in order. You don't keep your everything in order. You don't have a good relationship with the vendor. If you get in a spot, you can't find a part. They put extra people on it or put extra fillers out to get you hooked up. And even in warranty situations, the vendors can help you with that. But if you don't have a good relationship and you treat those people like whatever, when you go in there like that, don't do that. I'm telling you, I buy lunch for my vendors at least once or twice a month. And I don't even live in the city that where I started my business at. But I go back to those original humble beginnings and I take care of those people because if I pick up the phone today, they take care of me. And that's a relationship. You got to build and maintain those relationships. The risks are late payments and poor communication, strained partnerships. You know how many people, as they say, done ran off on the plug? They just left. They didn't pay these people. They didn't work out a payment plan. That's the worst place you ever want to be in because everybody goes through. But if you have those relationships, they will definitely have your back. And solutions: be transparent, negotiate fairly, and show gratitude to vendors. This is so true. These people do not have to help you. And I'm telling you, a lot of these vendors, you have a great relationship with your rep. He's going to help you decide how to move your business because he's really telling you. I mean, these are the guys that really see where the market's going, and they have what some may consider insider information. Those are relationships you definitely cannot do without, most definitely. So make sure you don't take your vendors for granted. Overconfidence. How many of y'all know this? We all know somebody like this. Overconfidence in skills and abilities. Still sitting on past achievements, resting on laurels can lead to complacency and missed opportunities. How many guys sit there and tell you what they used to do, how they could tear down a washer, and rebuild a motor and do this and do that, like I'm back in 1922? It's not happening, y'all. We are in 2024. Get out your feelings and deal with it. Ignoring new techniques. How many guys are out here and girls are still doing business the old way? Jobs are taking them twice as long because they can't get out their own way. This is how we've always done it. Now, there's some things you need to have certain steps in, but there are other things that we have equipment, technology, AI, everything to help us get to the solution quickly and take care of our customers quicker and better in a better fashion. And stay curious. Attend industry events and invest in ongoing certifications. Now, I'm very selective on where I go because I'm just really careful who I'm affiliated with. I'm being honest about that. When I initially got in the industry, the first event I went to in 2019 was ASTI. I made it my business to be there because I didn't know anything about the industry. I didn't know the back end and the business part like I wanted. And when I went to that event, I sat down in those rooms with all the business items because my whole focus was making sure my back end was good. Because no matter what I did as far as sales or repairs, if my back end was raggedy, I already knew I was going to fail. So that was what I did. And every year you have PSA, you have Marcone, you have ASTI. They do these great events, and let's not leave out our HVAC brothers. Now, those are events I go to a lot of HVAC simply because the technology and advances are a little different on that side. They get things quicker, in my opinion. They are really on point as far as putting in the technology, utilizing the technology, and a lot of those gems I bring over to appliance repair that may not have really been introduced to our area or our arena, I should say. So you got to stay fluid. You got to have great relationships with great people who are winning. A lot of people have a relationship with Reggie. Lean on your rep over at Encompass. I have a great relationship with Saul at Marcone. It is priceless to me. Saul has helped me in so many ways, and I definitely cannot repay him and thank him enough. The other thing is, as far as your skills and abilities, you need to make sure that you have a relationship with people who have been in the industry longer or who may be stronger in areas, whether it be seal systems, whether it be diagnostics, whether it be schematics. I still pick up the phone and I call Richard Zilka from TMM Academics because Rich is just has a wealth of information. And if I'm stuck, and a lot of times I call him and don't even call him back, just hearing his voice gives me encouragement. See, everybody is not willing to admit that they need help. I always need help, but I'm also the kind of person, I'm not going to call you uh, unless I need help. And if I'm always going to offer my services because I believe in the barter system. I believe that we all bring things to the table. And a lot of times people get in situations where they might need some advice from you. So I'm so shocked sometimes at the people that call me for technical and business knowledge. And I'm always humbled and grateful because I know how far I came, but I also know the work I put in. I see that with my students all the time. They're always studying. They're always on top of their game. And the ones that get comfortable, hey, they deal with the consequences because Miss Ward gets comfortable too. I tell you guys, when I make these videos, I'm not just making them for you. These are things that I'm dealing with within myself and my own business because I will never sit here and say I have all the answers. But That's the purpose of the video, sharing some information with you to help you be better. That's definitely the goal. The next thing is not staying up to date. You have to stay on top of evolving technology, which is why I spend a lot of time on the HVAC side. I also spend a lot of time on the commercial refrigeration side, simply because I want to be ahead of the game. I'm very clear that a lot of those things happening in these other arenas are mimicked on the residential side, which is my area of expertise. Changing customer needs, adapting to customer preferences is crucial for business growth. It amazes me how I watch people want to make things come to them. You want the customer to beg you, you want the customer to be a certain way. Now, I have an avatar, and because of the avatar, the type of customer I deal with, I deal with texting and communicating with templates and things of that nature, simply because I'm in 2024. People are texting their mama, so they definitely can text me with a model number. And if you send it to them in a plain English, uh, laid out form, people have no problem with doing it. That lets them know that you're serious. You're not on the phone stumbling. You're not on the phone talking to them and dealing with other issues in the background. They have your full attention. And the best way to do that is with AI and technology. There are a lot of software out there. There's a lot of apps you can use that have this in place. They have templates you can build out, from WorkEase to House Call Pro to Jobber. And then, those guys that really want to hang with the big boys, you can always go over to, you know, Service Fusion and things of that nature. And the big boys, they use Rossware, Service Titan, things like that. But you have to decide where your business is going and how you want to structure it. So you have to be able to communicate and meet your customers where they are. Professional development. Dedicate time to learning and adapting to the industry trends. I stated that earlier. You have to stay in touch. Now, let me explain something to you. I want to share something with y'all, and I want you to hear me. In fact, I'm going to slow this one down. You don't do what everybody else do. You sit back, you observe, and you observe the fruit of the tree. You follow me? A lot of people will be out here selling you things that you don't need. They'll be pushing this, pushing that, but then they have no fruit behind it. And unfortunately, we're in a day and age where people want instant gratification. In order to build a successful, sustaining appliance repair business, you're going to have to take steps, and you're going to have to adapt and adjust with the times. But at the same time, that don't mean you got to lose your shirt. I'm not saying shouldn't invest, but I'm saying that you should invest wisely in the proper software, the proper coaching, and people who actually are in the field. There are a lot of people who are on the internet talking, but they not walking. The thing about Miss Ward, the reason why I always do videos from my car from the very beginning, you guys have always seen me in the field. You always seen me out here going to get it. You've seen me with my subcontractors talking smack. You've seen it all. You've seen me with my apprentices, because I don't have to do it. I do it because I believe in being authentic. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. But this is why I share this with you, because it is important. Am I invested in your success? Because we're in a day and a time when the trades will, not only are they winning, but they will keep winning. But we diminish the power of the trades when we don't show up as professionals, and we don't show up in 2024. See, a lot of people walking in with, they don't have the proper tools, they don't have the proper etiquette, they don't have the proper uniform. They just don't represent us well. And at the end of the day, I want people to be able to look at these videos and have an idea, um, or some idea of how to get into the industry, and how to win, and how to adjust. Because you should be checking everything. You should be checking your key performance indicators. You should be checking at your ticket averages. You should be checking how much profit is coming out of the ticket. You guys know parts are increasing, so that's going to directly affect your bottom line. And I'm going to start doing more videos like this, simply because I want to break it down so that everyone can win. That is my ultimate goal. Y'all be blessed. I hope you got something out of the video. If you have any questions or if you want me to do a different focus on another topic or part of the industry, just put it in the comments and I will make it my business to make it happen. You know, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate everything that you do. I appreciate every comment. I appreciate every like. And if you think this can help somebody, just share it with somebody. Please do. And like I said, at the end of the day, I want you to win. And with that said, solid steppers keep stepping. Tech the Titans 2.0. See you at the top. And remember, don't forget, get you a mirror and look in it. Miss Ward signing off. It is always a pleasure. Share, like, and subscribe. I appreciate you. Have a great day.